Hello everyone, welcome to our new segment, Unwrapping the Hits. Basically what we do in this segment is we analyze the music behind the big hits. What do I mean? We will be talking about some of the musical characteristics, an analysis of some of those aspects of music that are not often discussed about. Say when you invite a singer or you invite the producer behind a big hit, there's some of the questions that don't get asked, or some of the things that are not brought to the surface about that particular music. So here at Music Teacher, we are going to be doing that for our big songs of 2020, 2021, and so on and so on. Unwrapping the hits. So what are these things that we are going to unwrap? For musicians out there or producers out there, I'm very sure most of you have an idea of what keys are. Choice of instrumentation, chord progressions, rhythm, time signature, tempo, vocal abilities, or the vocal prowess of the artists that you're dealing with. And the choice of lyrics, the choice of language, all these things add up to making what we call a hit, or what becomes a hit. A hit does not just magically appear, as many of you may think. There are so many elements of that music that make that music what we know it as a hit. On our first episode, we are going to discuss Dusuma, or Dusuma, by Otile Brown and Mehdi.
How deep is your love for me? Yeah.
Now this is a song that released around 4 months ago, and by 4 months ago I mean 4 months ago in 2020. I'm in October, so what's that? That's around July 2020. Now to begin with, I will go for key as the first element or the first aspect of this music to discuss. Now, Dusuma is in the key of B flat. If I were to play the key of B flat on my piano, this will be the key of B flat. And that's the B flat chord. Now, if you didn't know, the choice of key or the key that you decide to use for your music actually affects so many things. One, and the most important thing, is the emotional feel of that music. Different keys have different emotional attributes to them. Now, the key of B flat has been described, and this is musical analysis. This is tried, proven, and tested. The key of B flat brings about feelings of hope, inspiration, a positive kind of longing. So, Dusuma being a love song, B flat would be a very appropriate key to have that song in. As Schubert said, Schubert is a very great composer, classical music. Now, Schubert says that the key of B flat inspires feelings of cheerfulness and longing. It has the emotional characteristics of hope, a clear conscience, and aspirations for good. Basically, optimism. So when you choose the key of B flat for music that you want to have that emotional characteristic of cheerfulness and hopeful aspirations, hope, a nice kind of vibe, then B flat will be the key for you. The chord progression. When we talk about popular music is just that, popular music. It's supposed to appeal to the masses. It's supposed to be popular. Anyone can sing it, regardless of their age, regardless of their social status, regardless of the kind of job that they do. Popular music should appeal to them. It should literally make everyone happy or sad, but everyone, like literally everyone, should relate to popular music. So there are certain chord progressions that are associated with popular music. And there's certain chords that could be kind of overused in popular music, but that's the whole idea. They're supposed to be very popular and familiar. So Ilhaji does not go away from that. He knows that popular music requires a popular kind of progression, and he uses some very popular chords. He uses chord 1, he uses chord 4, he uses chord 5, and he uses chord 6, not necessarily in that order. Actually, in Dusuma, he uses the progression, which is G minor. He uses G minor, then he uses E flat, then he uses B flat, and then he goes to F major. So that's a very common sounding kind of progression. If we were to count the amount of songs done in that progression, not necessarily in the same key, but in so many other keys, using the same using the same 6, 5, 1, 4. It's 6, 4, 1, 5. Yes, it's G minor, B flat, G minor, E flat, B flat, and then F major. So if we were to search the number of songs that incorporate that progression, which is 6, 4, 1, 5, they would go to the millions. So that's a very clever way. Now I noticed that it's very good. It's very good to incorporate chords that not everyone knows, because it kind of shows variety. But what it does is that it's always an element of surprise to the ear of a person who's so used to listening to common chord progressions. So I see there is a meme that goes around about the millennial producer and the millennial music makers basically just using three notes to make their music. And that's the whole idea of popular music. It's supposed to be very simplified, very simplistic, in a way that anyone who wants to play it can easily play it. So that adds on to the popularity of this song. And I believe that that's one of the elements, or that's one of the aspects of Dusuma that have made it very big. Like, even if you wanted to do a cover of that song, you'll so easily do that because the chords are very easy. The vocal delivery of these two artists, who are Otile Brown and Mehdi. Now, I haven't really listened to a lot of Mehdi's music, but I have listened to Otile's music. And I do know that Otile is quite a very gifted singer. He can do the ad-libs, he can do the runs, he can do all those techniques, vocal techniques. But for this particular song, he has kept it very cool. And even the range, when you look at the range, it's just basically one octave. It's pretty from A3 to around A4. If it's A, I think, yeah, it's A3 to around A4. It's basically one octave. So it's a very kind of restricted range. Now, what do we mean by range? Range is basically from the lowest sound, or the lowest pitch, or the lowest note in that music to the highest. The difference is not too large. Now, what does this do? It means that basically anyone can sing that music. It's not like those complicated, songs where you really have to struggle to hit a certain part, whether it's because it's too high or whether it's because it's too low. So with Dusuma, the range is very comfortable. It's just pretty one octave, which adds onto the list of things that makes it very popular, contributing to this hit. The other thing is they don't try to be very over creative with the vocal delivery. The both of them, they don't put on crazy runs, they don't put on crazy flexes, vocal flexes. It's just very plain melodic singing, not too ornamented, which I believe is something that's very beautiful. I remember being in a discussion where a producer said that there was a singer in the room who was doing crazy runs, and It was beautiful. I mean, yes, it was beautiful, but for a popular song, when you do that, what are you telling the person in the shower who believes they are a shower singer, they're a shower pop star? If they can't do those runs, what are you telling them? That they're not enough. And what will they do? They'll skip your song the next time they're trying to listen to songs that they can sing along to. We have come to the end of the first section of this episode, where we are analyzing Dusuma. Catch us in the next episode where we continue this analysis, talking about items like the song structure, the choice of language, the video, and with some special insights from the producer, Mr. Ilhaji. Thank you for watching. Like, put your comments down there, subscribe if you haven't, and share with your friends. Take care and God bless you. Wow.